Milk is often a hot topic on the show, and usually we're talking about the price of it. Today, though, we're having a look at what it contains, more specifically the presence of permeate, which is causing a bit of a stir with some. With us now, food columnist Wendell Nissen. So what is permeate?
Well, this is permeate. As you can see, it's sort of a yellowy, greeny. It's quite watery, and if you taste it, it's quite sweet. It's got a lot of lactose in it.
Where does it come from?
It's a waste product of cheese production. So basically, it's a bit like whey. If you make your own cheese, as I do, you're left with something that looks a bit like this. And in the old days, it just used to go down the drain, and now it goes in our milk.
Why?
Well, it waters it down, basically. When I wrote my book, Supermarket Companion, last year, I worked out that in Australia they were doing this. So 12% of their milk has this in it. It's basically called watered down milk.
So the green milk, the trim milk, the really super trim milk has that in it?
Yeah. So we exposed this last year, and Fonterra said, well, we put it in to maintain the protein levels. Now, Gareth Morgan has just come out and said, well, that doesn't really make any sense, because yes, protein levels go up and down depending on winter or summer with the cow, making the milk. But the protein level of all our milk is 3.1. Coming out of a cow, the average is 3.8. So not really. And the actual standard to be able to sell something that's milk, it's got to have 3% protein. So Fonterra are just keeping it at the 3.1.
So what you're saying is that Fonterra are making the milk out of a cow go a bit further by adding that to it.
Absolutely.
And therefore they make more money. But is it really a health risk?
It's not really a health risk, but it gets away from my argument, which is we need real food. I would like to feed my children real milk. As I used to drink when you used to go to the gate, you remember, you're old like me.
Yeah, I know. Silver tops.
Silver top, bit of cream in it, you had to scoop that out. That's the only milk you've got.
Wendell, I can't drink that stuff today. It's just
it's
awful.
Beautiful.
No,
listen, Lewis Road Creamery has just brought out organic Jersey milk. I will get them to send you some. You drink it, and it tastes, you go right back to your childhood because it's real milk.
Maybe people of my generation have been conditioned, but even dark blue is too strong for me now.
No,
I'm
you see,
green
you've lost
and
your
yellow.
taste. Do you know, but do you realise that that's actually not real milk? You're not drinking real food. That's been altered in a factory to take the fat out. It's been homogenised. Do you know homogenisation?
Brings down my cholesterol level.
Oh, well, actually, new studies are starting to show that that's not quite right with the old saturated fat. You need a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
But getting back to the permeator, not your diet. Basically, the problem is that it's just not real food. And I was alerted to this because I do a newsletter to a lot of like-minded real food people, and they can't make cheese out of the stuff. They can't. It won't go off. They can't make yogurt. And I make a lot of cheese and yogurt, and the milk that you buy in supermarkets, it just will not work. You get a milk without the permeate. You get a milk that's non-homogenised. You can make cheese, and that tells you that it's real milk because it's behaving like proper milk is
So what you're saying is that Fonterra and other milk producers are adding that stuff to the plastic bottles we get in the supermarket simply to spread what comes out of the cow around more and make more dosh.
It's about the bottom line, and I think it hurts farmers as well because they obviously need to get less of the real stuff because they can water it down with that. So Gareth and I and other people, we're just trying to campaign to get people interested in real milk again and start drinking food that actually
But the bottom line also
them.
is that it doesn't actually hurt you.
Yeah, but it's watered down. You don't want watered down food. Would you eat a watered down sandwich for lunch? Would you? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't spread it out and throw water on it, would you?
Thank you, Wendell.
Please. You do get the mixed messages, don't you, though? Because we're told to watch our weight, and that's why I switched to trim milk.
Yeah.
But I did like the full milk. I'm from a farm.
There's
I remember the vat milk.
There's not much difference in fat between the full milk and the low fat. Really, if you look at the label, there's not that much difference. You're better cutting it elsewhere.
All right, I'll reanalyse maybe.